That little bitch, she bad. I told her, hold up, I cannot let no thought she playing like controller. All I want is fucking bands, gonna come on, show that Greedo. Now I'm selling shows, got a 5-star casino.
Yo, what is up guys, it's your boy Hoodie, back with another video that is actually involving a content video. So as you guys may know, I have not done a content creator type video in a very long time. And with 2021, you know, it's here, it's January 1st as I'm recording this. I want to get back into making content. I want to start trying to grow again, and yeah, I want to just try to make more content videos instead of just throwing montages in your faces every couple days or every week or something. So besides that, this video is going to be box fighting tips and tricks that will 100% help you get better at box fighting. So yeah, I'm gonna load into my creative island and I'm gonna be showing you everyone's and my most top used tips and tricks for box fights. Alright, so I'm now in my island and I'm going to be showing you some of the most used box fights, tips, and tricks by me and a bunch of other people. So let's say that this is someone's box. None of these edits are yours. A lot of people, what they do is they'll take this wall, they'll edit it like this or like this, and then they'll place a ramp inside the box, and you know, they have one of these edits. Well, I'm going to show you why this isn't necessarily a great thing to do. Now, depending on your opponent's HP, you probably can do this. If they are a good 1-shot or 2-shot and you have attack, then you should probably do this edit if you want to. But this edit is not good if your opponent is above like 100 HP or if they're max HP, unless you are really good at hitting 200 damage shots. So this trick right here, obviously what people do is they either edit a lane like this or they edit one like this. And what that does is that either leaves your opponent on your ramp right here, or it leaves your opponent on your ramp right there, or they can just be sitting in this corner, or they can be sitting in the other corner, you know, vice versa. Now, this is the bad part about this strategy. So obviously, if they're on this ramp, there is only one way that you can come from if you run inside the box, which is right here. So just as easy as you can hit them, they can hit you just as easy. So obviously, you're going to come in here, you're going to jump, and you're going to go for the shot right there. But your opponent right here, they know you can only come from this general radius, and they're probably going to aim about dead in the middle, and if they're on controller, their aim assist will do the rest for them. So this edit is not necessarily the best edit to do unless you get them on that ramp and then you come around the side and do an edit over here or something. Do something unusual that most people don't do. Now what most people do that you probably see in highlight videos, or if you watch any of Clix's streams, what they do is they take this wall and they instantly place a cone in the box and then reset. Now what this does is the enemy cannot do anything except for edit out of these walls back here. So then what they'll do, it's kind of tricky to get an angle, but they'll place a wall here and here, so that if their opponent is boxed in here and they're like, okay, I need to get out, they'll go out here, box up, and this wall was already taken because it was pre-placed. So then what they can do is obviously just go in there, get some free shots off or whatever. Now, what people do when they get boxed, or what you should do whenever people get boxed in this situation, is do what I told you or what I showed you with this trick. Make sure you can try to get walls on the sides just in case they edit out, but if they don't edit out, just play the peek game. You want to go for right hand peeks because obviously your Fortnite player is positioned on the left side of your screen. So you want to go for right hand peeks like this edit, or whichever side of the box. You can go for this edit too, but it's a lot easier for them to hit a shot. So I'd say most likely go for this edit, and right here with this angle or whatever angle, they'll probably be jumping around frantically unless they're editing out. You can get easy shots off, you know, just jump, hit, and just duck behind your cover or reset the wall. Now, since this enemy cannot place anything in their box, they're forced to edit out. But like I said, you got those walls on the side. So if they do retreat through the back, which is not usual, most players, they're comfortable editing out to the right or to the left. Usually they don't want to do a full 180 because that will leave their back completely exposed for a free shot. So like I said, whenever they're trying to escape out the back, you can get a free shot off on them. So that's already a couple damage right there. But what you can do is just go over top of them and see if you can get a cone or maybe even just a floor off before they can. Because I don't know about anyone else, but I prioritize placing walls around me, and then I go for a floor and a cone on top of me whenever I am boxing up or retreating from someone else. So see if you can try to get a cone or a floor above them, and then obviously all you'd have to do is just like take the floor, you know, just chop and then edit in or whatever, and then you get free shots off. And by that time, if they're not dead, then your aim needs extreme work or they are invincible. So That's one trick with the whole place the cone in the box, because that leaves them frantic. Like I said, the stair trick where you take one of their walls and you place a stair in the box, that's a very, very common trick, and your enemy, unless you're really high arena points, they most likely do it as well. So whenever you place a cone in their box, they get thrown off. They're like, wait, why are they doing this instead of a ramp edit? So the cone is definitely the first thing you should try to go for if you can when doing box fights. And another thing is, I know this goes without saying, but make sure you sit there and you work on your edits for your walls, for whichever angle you want to go in on, and see if you can get down that muscle memory of placing down the cone right after taking that wall. Because then once you get pretty decent at it, it'll look something like this. Let me go to a wall. It'll just be like, I messed up there, but you know, just like that, and then you can get free shots off or whatever. So that's one box fight trick. Alright, so another box fight trick that you want to do if you're on the defense side and less of the offense side. So let's say that you are the person inside of the box. Now, if they watched my video, then obviously they're going to have walls right here that they'll be able to edit, and they'll most likely have this wall. So I'm going to pretend that this wall is not mine. Now, what the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you can either get in a ramp or a pyramid right off the start. Right when you're running away from them and you first build your box to try to get off your heels or whatever, make sure you have a stair or a cone inside of your box. A cone is probably the best because, you know, with a cone you can edit it each way that you want to. You can edit out any single way, but a stair is what most people use. But this is why a stair is also not good for this situation. For box fights, you'll find it with this video especially. Cones are definitely the way to go. So if you have a stair, you can either edit out the back like this, or you can edit up. But what most people do that I have found in box fights is if they place a stair, they are like 75% of the time they're going to edit out like this. Now this is what I do every single time just because I get used to that movement of people going up and out. I'll sit here and pretend like, oh, they're getting the high ground on me. Then boom, you place a wall. Now what do? They are right here. Their only option is to reset this and go out, or they can go to the left. Now resetting this and this takes time, and like I said, you have your back turned to them, so all they would have to do is just go for an edit, and while you're going like this and editing up to rebuild or to set up a box right here, they get a free shot off on you. So what you want to do if you are in this situation, let's say someone's got a wall in front of you, everyone is most likely going to jump out to the right in this situation because nobody wants to get picked from behind and get damage taken on them. So what they will do is, just as easy as it is to place this wall here, it's just as easy to place one right over here. It's actually easier on low ground to place a wall right to the right of it than it is on high ground, or if you're on mid ground. So what they're going to do is you're going to jump out there, they're going to place another wall there, then you think you're safe, and you're going to box up right here, and then, whoa, you just got finished building your box. What about this wall? This wall is now theirs, and you will get edited on. They'll place something in your box, you'll be completely lost, element of surprise, they'll be right here, free shots off on you all day, and it's just free, like, for them. You instantly die. So if you are in a box, and there's somebody outside trying to come in, make sure you go ahead and place that cone down. You can keep peeling if you think you have time, and then what you want to do is, if they take your wall, first thing you want to do is edit it like this, or keep yourself protected. You know, you can even go like this if you need to, but the first thing you want to do is protect yourself from whatever angle they have a wall at. So even if they have the wall but they're not editing it, and this probably goes without saying as well, instantly edit it so that you're protected. Then once you are protected, you want to go out the back. It might not be a most comfortable option for you. You're probably used to just going out the top, but you want to edit out the back. That way, if they try to come through, then they have to edit through here, break this, and then they'll have to break this wall as well if you reset it. And that gives you plenty of time to pop a mini or two, maybe even a flopper, slurpfish, anything you need to. So that's one trick. But if you are way too comfortable with editing out like this, and you're just used to that, it's your muscle memory, you don't want to go out the back, then make sure when you're editing out, you want to place a wall right here. That way, if the person is right here and they go to place this wall, they're completely oblivious to the fact that that wall is not theirs. So if you are very, very fast at editing, or you're just very skilled, then once you have this wall placed, you can edit it, place a cone and a floor over them, edit like this, box them like a fish, as people say, and then boom, that's just the freest thing ever. And if you're fast enough, then they won't expect it coming at all, and that's just the easiest kill in your entire life. Well, not obviously the easiest kill in your entire life, but when it comes to box fighting, that's pretty easy. So let's say you're in this situation, you come out, if you do not place this wall, you're absolutely screwed. And even if you need to heal, you can edit this wall, come on top, and just heal. So that's another box fighting trick that will definitely help you if you're on the defensive side, and those were other tricks that were on the offensive side. Now that is all I have for this video. If you guys have any more tips and tricks, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. And I know that over text or over comment section it's very hard to communicate easily, so make sure you guys actually use your words and everything makes sense. You know, do your proofreading like they teach you in English class, so that people don't get in their box fights looking like a freaking AI or whatever. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully this taught you something, and if it did, make sure you drop a like and comment down below which thing. Okay, yeah, here's what I want you to comment down below. Comment below, if you're on the defensive side of a box fight, what's the first thing you do? Because I know that there are some very aggressive players, and no matter if they're at 30 HP or 50 HP or even 130 HP, they'll always go for the shot, just because their team or their enemy is like, well, they're low, why would they go for a shot? They're going to be healing. So I want to know, what do you guys do if you're on the defensive side of a box fight? Do you try to change the momentum quickly and turn it into an offensive side, or do you sit there and you try to heal as much as you can because you know you can't take fights at low health? And that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and that's it. I'm out. Peace.